of the Spanish football is that
Yeah.
we keep the ball no matter what. Having the quality of players that they have, you are able to please the fans and also achieve your goals so that you keep also your job. And also talking about the threat, you see like Fabian Ruiz, if France sleep and focus on probably the wing threats, they are going to face problems when it comes to Fabian Ruiz's technical ability on the ball in terms of shooting, you know. So
for time,
I'm gonna come up
very
with
quickly.
what is this? To say my last word, a rather controversial statement. For me, Mbappe is overrated.
Okay.
For me, having watched this game and having watched him, I think Yamal is a better player than Mbappe because the guy spoke there. He might just struggle with Real Madrid because of the lack of technicality, and also in previous games I've mentioned Mbappe, he has an element of finishing Yaka is not good enough because you remember there was a game you watched where he missed a sitter there, a goal that he should have scored. So I really believe that he's going to struggle as well like Real Madrid. And yeah, I think even for Barcelona they should just get Williams and just probably they will compete with Barcelona.
Let me go to Bradley. Bradley, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good, Mr. Oti. How are you?
I'm good. Bradley, tell me, what did you see from this first half?
So far, man, this has been we've been entertained compared to other matches, So, but I'll say that Spain is doing everything right at the moment. After the goal, they didn't panic. They just continue with the way they are playing. So far in the middle field, we can see that Rodri and Ruiz, they're keeping Romani and Kante out. But regarding France, man, they're doing everything wrong. We look at the right back, the freeway, you look in the middle field, everyone is everywhere. Kante's playing there up front. You look at the front line, Dembele today, it's just playing. I don't know. But yeah, so far I'll say Spain is doing well. They are calm with the ball. And Yamal, that boy is a star, man. That was a very beautiful goal. So far, I'll say that should the match continue like this, I see Spain going through to the final. Prediction, I would say maybe we're gonna put in 2 goals. Because now, coming second half, France will want to push forward, and that's where they're gonna get punished. So far, I'll say that Spain is going to the final.
Evan, hey, people out there over 2.5s are happy right now. Let me go to Prastomi. Prastomi, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hello, Tisha.
Mangimnandi Prastomi. Prastomi, we won in first half.
Great first half. France won the first 10 minutes. It was playing well. And then we Spain, here have 100 goal. And we are born in midfielder here. It's only Rodri doing well at midfield. Of which in the Bona, he such as France. Playing Rabiot was a mistake. We should have played Camavinga. So that domination you can be limited in the midfield. As we born is so easy going forward. Because always no Rodri are playing well with midfield. As game they don't really play on playing size which are almost Lamin Yamal. So Nani game is interesting on second half. But I wish East Spain to keep it like this because I want them to go to the final. Interesting, Gabo.
Oh, okay, Prastomi, I'm going to come back. Malumi Kuto, could you please answer your question, but very quickly answer the question you had asked, if you can give me your opinion, and then how should the two teams approach the second half? And what is your prediction?
I think it's a case of national pride, and culture being instilled
Okay.
within the national team. Furthermore, development aspect. I mean, we watch future, I think, future La Liga champs, something like that. So these players are exposed to each other from a young age. And by the time they fully grown adults or 15-year-olds, they're already well infiltrated into the system.
Yeah.
So the face really doesn't matter. Whichever body you put there, they know exactly what they have to do in the context of a different national team. So I think that plays a major role. You asked about scoreline, no?
Yeah.
3-2.
32
I don't know
Spain.
who.
Ay, Malebeku.
Serious, 3-2.
Okay, don't do that to me, but it's fine. Let me go to Pendulo. Pendulo, how should the two teams approach the second half? And what's your score prediction?
I think they should just remove Rabiot and put in Kamavinga immediately so that they can progress further forward with the ball. I've seen France struggling defensively. Probably it's due to the lack of presence. Like their minds, they look like they're psychologically off. So we see that it has not been working for Kante up front. So you gotta bring him back at CDM. That's what he thrived. That's the position he thrived at with Pogba and Griezmann in the World Cup. So Kamavinga to play alongside Kante, probably bring someone else just in front of them. Take out this boy, Chouameni and Rabiot. Then instruct Mbappe to try and push down the left flank so that they can get those goals. Also, on the other side, probably bring in here at the central, bring in this boy, Giroud, so that you can have a proper target man to target there, because you saw what Spain are struggling in terms of crosses. So you can have that guy who's well known for headers up front. So yeah, they might just get a goal. So as for Spain, you might just keep it the same. Just try to continue and add the percentages in terms of protecting the ball, because the moment you have the ball with you, they're not likely to get it. So just keep the same momentum, probably get on the goal and win it probably 3-2 or 3-1. I think that's how it's going to end.
Oh, you are now, Simon. Thank you, Pendulo. Guys, the second half has started. We are 46 minutes in. Spain almost had a breakaway there. Let me go to Bradley. Bradley, score prediction, and very shortly, what should the two teams do?
My score prediction, Mr. Oti.
Oh, Kana, you gave it.
4-1. And then for Spain, I think so far Morata for me hasn't been doing well, so I'll bring in Jesule or Marino, and that yellow card for Navas is making me nervous, man. So I just wish maybe the coach can bring in another defender, because they're probably gonna be in trouble for Spain in this second half.
Okay.
And then for France, I would say that Kante should drop deep, cover that defense, because you can see the Spain are having the party there up front. And then I'll bring in Chouameni for Rabiot, and up front I'll say put in Giroud. Yeah, I think those changes can make a difference for both teams. So my final prediction is 4-1.
Okay. Prastomi, very shortly, what should the two teams do in the second half, and then score prediction?
Yeah, 2 Spain, 2 France.
Oh, 2-2.
3 Spain.
Oh, 3. Okay.
Then they should keep Yamal in the game. And there's no mistake about the last game to take him out. So that he can limit the France going forward. But as for France, if they want to play, they need to introduce Camavinga. Then Khanye and be more involved going forward. Otherwise, okay, this was
Okay, no. Prastomi, thank you so much. Guys, let's do this. I'll even hafulait nyan. If we can get to 12,000 likes here on TikTok, I will open it up. And I see Ulenkos is here. I see Uhuru Tires Fitness Center is also here. If we can get to 12,000 likes, I'll keep it open and everybody can come in and just give me a minute of what you guys are thinking about this game. Morata goal. Bad cross. Hey. That French defense is breathing through the wound, man. It's breathing through the wound. No way. Okay, so this is what I think about this game. When you look at the Spanish side, I feel like now it's about absorbing pressure and hitting them on the break. If you see how Nico Williams has come out free a couple of times, where it was 2-on-2 basically, I think that's what they need to focus on right now. Maybe at some point play a more physical game, start crossing the ball into the box for Morata, because that is maybe where he's going to be more effective. Other than that, we haven't seen him come out of this. What's very interesting is Olmo is making it so difficult for that French defense. And the reason why is that Olmo plays very differently to Pedri. While Pedri wants to get onto the ball and play and do all of these things, Olmo just wants to get into the box. Olmo becomes almost the fourth attacker. And when he vacates that space and goes into the box, it allows Yamal to come in and it allows Jesus Navas to go wide. So now your midfield has a couple of options. Do we follow Olmo into the box? Do we come out and fight with Yamal? Do we watch the wing because Jesus Navas has gone up that wing? And the other problem with that Spanish defense is that Tchouaméni has decided that he's going to be the fifth center back. And Kante is playing so far forward that by the time he's back into his role or into a role where he can stand in front of that defense, it's too late. They've already done the damage. So that's going to be very interesting. On France's side, attack Navas, man. Attack Navas. He's got a yellow card. He's uncomfortable. Your best player, arguably your best player on the game, in the game, Mbappe. Get him to go directly at Jesus Navas. At the very least, make the coach change him or make him as uncomfortable as you can and try to get a red card, essentially. I think Kante, as you can see here, is playing far too high. So, yes, you might want Kante to win the ball up high and maybe be, it's a press. He wins the ball. He plays the ball early out. You guys score. Great. But you're also sacrificing the back because Tchouaméni is not comfortable. Rabiot is not comfortable at all in that CDM role. So maybe bring on Camavinga and make it a 2 if you're going to play Kante that far up. Then France still has the same issue as what they've been having all tournament long. What happens up front? What role does Dembele play in the attack? Okay, sorry guys. Hey, TikTok and I are back to fighting our battles. I've just been disconnected on that side. Let me see if I can't get back in. So yeah, they're still struggling from, here we go, from not knowing what their roles are, not knowing how to progress at attack. If you're going with Dembele, what is Dembele supposed to do? The way I see it, Dembele's sole job is to win free kicks on the left-hand side of the opposing defenses, right? If you look at Mbappe, that's basically Mbappe and Inshallah. They give him the ball and they hope that he's going to give them something out of nowhere. Even that ball that he played there was a very interesting ball that I don't think was expected to be a goal. right? So how they play going forward, like I said, take out Rabiot, put in Kamavinga, have a base of Kamavinga and Tchouameni, then you can do a Kante thing, or you can take out Tchouameni, let Kante sit, bring in a Griezmann to play at 10. I think Giroud has to make it onto the pitch for France. He just has to make it on. Malome Khoza, I don't know. Me and TikTok are fighting. I got disconnected for some reason, but I am back in, so I am here. Play Giroud. I think Giroud gives you, firstly, gives you a target man, so it's someone to aim at, somebody who can put pressure on a defense. Secondly, he loves interplay. So whoever's going to be playing 10, even if you bring in Griezmann, will finally have somebody who can put balls down for him and he can play. Or the other thing that Giroud does very well is those flick passes, those 1-2s, those wall passes, that maybe frees up a little space in behind or spaces in the defense for Mbappe to take advantage of, right? Let's go Dembele. Let's get that foul, boy. So it's going to be interesting. France, throughout the whole tournament, has not played good football. Has not played good football. They haven't been an attacking side. That goal that they scored in the first minute was, I think, their only open play goal. Or there's another one that came from Mbappe, but that was an on goal that he kind of forced in. So, do I expect them to play any better and come back? I don't know. But stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened in this football that we love. Let me see. Giroud, when Mbappe is not around, he's lost, says Junior. Malome Khoza says Kukurea had a freeway diagonal into the box. Junior says that Madrid boy playing in Kante's position is not helping either. Yes, Tchouameni. But France might surprise us, as Prince. Bro, Deschamps has had Abu Benzema and Giroud to pick from. I gotta Benzema even retired because of, I think they have beef with Deschamps. I don't know. I don't know if he's trying something new or he's trying to look to the future. Maybe he feels as though you can't lean on Giroud and them for too long. So I don't know. King B says Giroud can play in front of Mbappe if they change to a 4-3-3, change a 4-3-3 to a 4-2-3-1. Kind of was the Giroud. It was Giroud that was with Gervinho. I think it was at Arsenal. Kunde. There was a time where Gervinho scored something like, I think it was like 5 goals in a row. And he got that just literally by being around Giroud. Literally just hang around Giroud and balls tend to drop. He likes to play football. He likes to do those touches. We've seen those goals like the Jack Wilshere one. So I think Mbappe could benefit greatly from having Giroud on the pitch. Allow Theo Hernandez to push a little bit up. Just vary it a little bit. You also have the threat of the box. We know what Giroud likes to do with first post crosses. Yeah, it's about time. Vivian coming in, I'm assuming for Jesus Navas. Maybe Jesus Navas has had a long day. Jesus Navas has had a long day today. It's been sad, man. Junior says France is full of surprises. Mbappe can score in the last minute. Musa says France does not have a creative midfielder, so their best bet is to play wing play. Exactly. So that's why, Musa, I'm saying maybe bypass your midfield. Do similar to what Liverpool does. Bypass your midfield. Just have 3 hardworking people in the midfield: Tchouameni, Kamavinga, and Kante. Cool. Then bring in Giroud so that you have target man play and you have crossing availability. That's my thing. At least I would give you some options, because Clearly, when you put the ball down, you guys don't know what to do when you're playing the ball on the ground. Oh, here comes a fan that jumped onto the pitch. Deschamps must be replaced. He's living in the past. He's around because he won the World Cup. Otherwise, And Bradley, can I say something crazy? If Deschamps played the football that he played back then, I think France looks a lot better. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. You don't know what Dembele's role is. Kunde is under fire on that side. Rabiot is clearly struggling. Kolomouani, outside of the goal, hasn't given much, to be honest with you. He hasn't been in this game. So, you know, it's shades of England. France and England have pretty much the same problem. But France and England are in the semis, so maybe there's something we're not seeing here. Pavard must just play. Pavard must play, guys. Hear me out, says Junior. Ooh, Pavard. Pavard is a right back, isn't he? What is Pavard? Is he a right back or a right wing? I'm trying to remember. Just help me out there. Why doesn't the coach play Giroud? Because this is his last international tournament. Spain bringing in Vivian is good for Spain. Very good. Now the threat of that red card is gone. Oh, Nico. Hey, Kunde. Bypassing the midfield, they need to work hard. Then give Giroud, they can score a lot of goals. Yeah, just bypass the midfield, man. It's okay. You tried to play the ball. It didn't work out. Dembele? Why is Dembele actually like playing football today? Why isn't he falling and giving them free kicks? He normally gives them the free kicks that at least calm down the game. Now he's actually trying to get the balls into the box and play. That's very weird. Cucurella should be under so much more pressure with Dembele there, but we're not seeing it. Not only Oliver Coman should come on, so both wings function. He's a right back. Yeah, he is a right back. Now I am right. I'm not crazy. He's a right back. So, do you want Pavard versus Williams? I guess is the question you have to ask yourself. I think Williams versus Pavard is a completely different thing to Kunde. And Kunde is just holding on for dear life right now, if we're being honest. I saw someone say it's a bad day to be a fullback. At least Kunde and Cucurella are surviving. Cucurella is not under pressure. Cucurella is not under same pressure. Okay, let's see. Griezmann is coming on. I see Kamavinga there. I didn't see the third guy. I saw someone. Oh yeah, hey, Dembele is playing weird, guys. He's not fine. Julia, call into it off, man. Call into it off. Williams would smoke Pavard. That's why I'm like, I hear you guys wanting Pavard to come on, but do you trust Pavard versus Williams? Have you seen that transition that Spain is trying to play and the pace? Pavard would be out of his depth. Pavard always plays left back for France, says Bradley. King B says, France does not have a problem. The players are off position. Position them right so France can play. Crazy T says Bacola. Yes, Bacola is the third person. Let's see what Deschamps has for us. Let's see what Deschamps has for us. Okay, Rabiot. We've all expected Rabiot to come off. That was a big complaint that we had. I don't know. How? Kante? Okay, so I guess that was the thing. So if you take off Rabiot and you put in Kamavinga, can you trust Kante to play the 10-8-ish type role that he's been playing? So I guess you go Kamavinga and Kamavinga with Chouameni. Is Chouameni still there? Kamavinga, Chouameni, and Griezmann as a 10. Interesting. Let's see. Let's see how it pans out. Subbing Navas was a good move for Spain. Very good move. Junior says if they get in Kamavinga and Griezmann, Kamavinga is going to help Dembele because Dembele is the off switch. I actually trust Kamavinga to play more of the deep lying playmaker type thing. If I'm being 100% honest with you. Chouameni, I'm not too sure about him. in this game. Ooh, who's going to win the ball? Okay. I'm a bit worried with Kante off. Honestly speaking, I'm a bit worried. Tabang, I feel you. I'm a bit worried about Kante coming off from this game. And Griezmann hasn't looked good in the 10 at all. Kunte hasn't, I mean, come on. Griezmann has not looked good in that role. They've tried him a few times in the tournament. He's been lethargic. This is where you need Giroud. Mara, guys, what? And then I guess that Mbappe is going to move centrally, which is going to be also very interesting. 63 minutes in, guys. Spain is leading 2-1 versus France. It was a come from behind France right now. Come from behind game. But as far as we know, if we can describe what Spain is doing right now, all you can say is
we are cruising nicely.
Basically. And if you look at what's happening with France, we're going to go back to Chuchu.
Sisekake. But in big trouble, nothing is coming right. And nothing will ever come right.
Brazil, England, and France all underperforming. Something is going on. England will probably make it to the final with their underperforming. That's the sad part about all of this. France could even spring a surprise here out of the blue, and you'd wonder how they made it through. Giroud is needed in the game, and Spain will score after these subs. What has Giroud done to the coach? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Giroud and the coach have a personal beef, clearly. Look at Griezmann. I want you to watch Griezmann. I don't think he's happy as a 10. I don't think he's happy as a 10. I think he wants to be a supportive 8. But because he has to play that role, there's too much responsibility, man. And I don't think he understands where to run and where to go. Griezmann has been off the whole tournament. Not sure why Deschamps is bringing him in, says Bradley. Dembele is off today, Kante out. What has Giroud done to the coach? Coman can cook in place of Dembele. Mali, I agree. Junior says, if Kunde passed Dembele, pass to Griezmann, to Mbappe crosses Kamavinga or Kunde. Rate this Euros 1 to 10. Should I be mean? I don't want to be mean. Should I be mean? I give it a solid 4.75. Solid 4.75. AMCON on the other hand, that's a 9. That's a 9 all day. Let's see. Quick side ask. PSL delaying the kids. Do you think it's something bigger like Andile thinks? Yo, we'll have to have it another day. We've noted that the kids were a bit late, or are still late. But there's still, what, a month? We still have around a month for the PSL. So there's still time. There's still time. But I have to go think about it. I'll make it one of the topics on the normal show, and we can speak about it. HLFG says, England are lucky they haven't faced a better team. Guys, Gareth Southgate is a genius. Gareth Southgate is a genius. Gareth Southgate, do you realize, let me put it like this, Gareth Southgate has played, okay, I did a video today, it's coming out tomorrow. Gareth Southgate, that England team that he's been coaching, is the only team in Europe to make it to the quarterfinals of the last 4 major tournaments. In terms of coaching, Gareth Southgate is actually, I'd say, the second best England coach ever. So his record is 61 wins. He's got 23 draws. So all in all, 84 games that he doesn't lose. 84% of his games are won or... Wait, he's got 100 games, 61 games won, 23 games drawn, 16 games lost. That is his stats. But here's the great part. He's played in, I think his teams have played in 3 or 4 semi-finals of major tournaments. if you look at the history or the big history of English football, right? The big history of English football. The last time, it's only the guy who won the World Cup, Alf Ramsey, in 1966 and the Euros in 1968. He's got 2 where you can say he at least got to the semifinals. Then the next 2 are Terry Venables in 1996 and Sir Bobby Robson in 1990. Each of them have 1 apiece. So Gareth Southgate has actually done very well in comparison to what the English have had. Besides the point that the last time they won a trophy was in 1966, but that's besides the point. But anyway, let me carry on. 4.75, it's a bit generous, cap it at 4. Dembele is not using his pace right and is not taking on the defense. It's what I'm saying, King P. I'm used to Dembele. I just know Dembele as a free kick merchant. Trap the ball, run at the defender, beat him, fall. They've got a free kick. They've got a room to breathe. You know, that's what I know him for. This game, man, he's been crossing and doing all these things. Laporte is the boss player, says Tepang. But this boy is going to give France problems. Lamine Yamal, they're leaving him alone. But Spain hasn't really played to him, eh? Waiting for a Rodri goal now, says Musa. Mr. OT, this can't be you. I refuse to believe or Southgate is a genius. I'm just looking at the stats. I'm just looking at what he's done. Outside of not winning, I guess he can't get the big one. But outside of not winning, he's been extremely solid for England. Extremely solid. If Netherlands kicks well early, England will be embarrassed. I need that. Spanish midfielders are a tier above everyone. It's their culture. I just need a second. Okay, sorry about that. I just needed to get some water. Okay, let me see. Southgate is one of those coaches that knows how to win. They might not play well, but they're winning. Even if it's luck, right? And we can call it pure luck. You can't avoid the record. That's the thing. You can't avoid the record. Rodri will now shoot, I'm telling you, and Rodri curled the ball to beat the keeper. Kukurea and Williams are cooking that right side. I need to see more of Williams, man. Now is transition time. But you know what, let me give credit to somebody. Kunde, I always get on him and I say, "Ore, ka kwaki freeway ki N1 ki highway." But he's held his own today, man. He's held his own. He's been fighting battles on the right hand side of that defense. Still want to see Giroud, man. Carry that ball, Kama. Thank you. Hey, give it to Mbappe and inshallah. That's basically all they're doing here. Dembele, go for your man, please. Just once. Just trust yourself. Go straight to your man. Why does it look like Spain is sitting back right now? Hey, the French fans are angry, man. French fans. Corner to France. It is 2-1, 72nd minute. Spain leading France. The 3 goals were scored firstly by Ahly. The second goal was a wonderful, possibly goal of this tournament. Lamine Yamal curling it into the corner. And then, of course, Olmo forced a on goal, essentially, even though that ball was going in. But yeah. Joselu in, Morata out. Down to individual brilliance. I don't know if I want to say that he's a good coach. Guys, he played in the final in 2020. The final of this tournament, Gareth Southgate played in. I'm not saying that he's incredible, an incredible coach and tactician or whatever, but for some reason, that man gets to knockouts. For some reason. It looks like they're sitting back. I don't like it. They're asking for trouble. They're asking for trouble. You can only sit back so long. 16 minutes is a very long time in football. I think if there's one thing that really irritates me about Cucurella, he's a great player. But what's the point of all the width if you're just going to turn around and play the ball back in? You get what I mean? I think Morata would have been a little bit more useful in this game if a couple of balls were played into the box. But even the defense, surely by now they know that Cucurella is going to run all the way up and then he's just going to turn around. So it's interesting. Winning fouls may not be a good idea for Dembele because injury prone and might get injured. Marasem, do what you love, do what you know, do what you love, you know? Oh. Shot. Hernandez. Spain's defense doesn't look like it's on it. He's lucky, that's also King B. Junior says, didn't Southgate miss a penalty in a final game? I'm not sure. Musa says they were not sitting back, they're forced back. Nah, you see, when I start seeing a team get into a back 6 and I start seeing wingers running all the way back, you saw where Nico Williams was operating. For me, that means that means that you guys are going to try to see this game out. Olmo out. Shame, man. Oyarzabal on. I don't know how you say that surname. Oyarzabal. And Marino onto the pitch. Yeah, Theo Hernandez missed there. Olmo off is a part 2 of the Germany game. Hey, HLFG, I'm interested to see what the plan is. I'm interested to see what the plan is. I like Olmo. I really do like Olmo in becoming a 4th attacking player. Like, he becomes a 3rd box player when you guys have the ball. So if you're going up the right-hand side and your winger has it, you know that man's going to run directly inside. And maybe for this stage of the game, you don't want a person who can do that. Maybe you need a little bit more control. You know, I don't know how Oyarzabal plays, but maybe you want a little bit more control to hold the ball instead of, you know, somebody who's trying to break into the box over and over again. So it could be a good change from the Spanish coach. Let's see how they see out this game. Okay, let me read some of the YouTube comments. Spain is winning. Spain or France. France have good players, says Wolf. Spain is winning. Who's going to win? Spain might just see this out, to be honest with you. Spain maybe to try and make a goal. I think it will go to shootout, says Wolf. Will Neymar play in the 2026 World Cup? Probably not. Lamine Yamal is Moroccan, says MD. Okay. Finally, Giroud. 12 minutes left. Finally, Giroud. Dembele off. Spain want to sit back and control the ball. Yeah, I guess that's what they're trying to do, Crazy T. Miko says goal. Aye, Miko. Bradley says almost more of a penetrate, hence Oria to try hold the ball. Exactly. So I'm thinking now they're just consolidating. Try hold the ball as much as possible. I don't know how much that's going to help Williams and Yamal in this game, to be honest with you. I still think Spain should try and catch France on a counter. Maybe once or twice. Try get that goal and finish them off. Hey, Mamkapu Yamal. Second half has been a bit tough for Yamal, hey? Oh, Blueberry. Unfortunately, I can't. Copyright. I've been banned before. I don't want to be banned again. So, unfortunately, I can't. ATLFG, you see that if France are going to score, it's going to come from that right of Spain. Well, maybe Coman would have been a better player there, because I think Griezmann is going there now. And I don't know if Griezmann, you know, has the facilities, fam, to guard that side. I want to see what Spain does now that Koundé is alone on the right, essentially. I don't think... Okay, Mbappe might drift to that side, but he's trying to play centrally. And Griezmann, man, is also not going to go there. So, I would... Nico Williams has a chance now. Has a chance. I think they might score through Nico Williams. Only Spain must leave Nico up front for that counter. Danko Tabang. They must take Mbappe out. You? Lerato, would you take Mbappe out? There's Nico. Mara. This is what I mean. If you hold the ball, you take away the transition from Nico. And Nico wants to run at this defense. That is pretty much what he wants to do now. They seem to have swapped him. Maybe it was just because of the set play. Oh no, they've swapped him proper. There he goes. No, there he goes. He's found his place again. Now that Dembele is off, highway for Cucurella. Yeah, that's why I'm like, that side. Can we all agree that France really need Pogba? Ooh. Hey, Yamal. It is dangerous, man. I want this game to go to extra time, says Prince. Well, this game is done. Never saw France taking the game to all the teams they played, says MK. Tactics, man. Tactics and balls. If Deschamps has taught us anything here, is that he doesn't have the corners to control this team. If we're being 100% honest. Follow, guys. If you have not followed, subscribe. If you have not subscribed, I'll be back tomorrow as well to watch. We're going to be watching Netherlands, England, which will be very interesting, and for the final. So follow, guys. OT, Bati, this is pre-recorded. They started again. I care. They already cut off my live once. Now they're telling me that it's pre-recorded. How is it pre-recorded? I'm talking to the comments right now. I wish it was pre-recorded. Do you know how much money I would have made on Betway on some of these games? I'm live right now, Crazy T. I'm live right now speaking to you guys. So TikTok, this is why I stopped doing my other live show here and I just did it on YouTube. It's because of this type of stuff. But yeah, anyway. We submitted the comments before you went. I know. That means I'm really good, man. I'm really good. We pre-rehearsed. We rehearsed all of the comments. It's the AI. It's hearing some similarities from previous live. My other show, the one where I dress up, I wear a suit, and I've got a green screen. They're like, nah, we don't believe you can do that. It's pre-recorded. But yeah, anyway. Trent, yes, I see it, Trent. I see it. Anyway, we're 83 minutes in, which means we've probably got around, I don't know, 13 minutes left of this game. If we include referee's time, actually 10 minutes of this game left. Can France do something here? They haven't shown like a need to get back into the game. They haven't shown like a, you know. Okay, Trent, Evan. I blame the Euros because we've been saying the same thing. But I'm here. I'm reading the comments are coming in. The AI, Shem. The AI hates me. I find my second team is making it. I find my second team is making it to the finals. Shem. I want to see England make it to the finals so we can see that epic breakdown at the end of the finals. What is it with the Euros and people's noses? What is it with the Euros and people's noses? There have been so many of these type of things. Hey. I know, OT, England must not make the final. I want them to make the final. It'll be exciting. Bruh, I don't know what it is, Bradley. It's just noses here. Junior says, I feel like Mbappe's performance today will be the same one he does for Real Madrid. Well, there is a question. There is a question about how Mbappe is going to fit in that team. And I'm really interested to see how they change that front three to accommodate Mbappe. Or do they sacrifice someone? And you can't sacrifice Vinicius. He's got the sauce, man. Ooh, Mbappe. Oh, Mbappe. Final will be boring if England plays it. Yeah, it will be boring on the pitch. But the live will be incredible. Khatliso says, probably going to play as a 9. MK says, how do we tell them we're live? I don't know, Name, I just saw the thing pop up. Usually they allow you to dispute it after the live, but during the live, there's nothing you can do about it. Do you know what's crazy? If it wasn't for this one already, I would show you something else. If I hold my pen for too long, if I hold this pen for too long, it will say substances are being used in this live, and substances like cigarettes and alcohol are being used in this live. Extra touch Mbappe says Olani. Crazy T says Ferran Torres would be better than Oya. Tabang says Rodri will be the bench warmer. Hey, that's going to be interesting. That's going to be very interesting. But guys, don't mind it. Those who are joining me, it's not pre-recorded. I am live right now. That is the actual time. You see the time that is up there? That is the actual time. So, I don't know. Little serious. No, they're very strict. They're very strict. I literally did this during one of the shows. I was writing something, then I did this. And they said cigarettes. Giroud coming in is pointless if they're not going to bring in the crosses. He's done very good in the air. And Bradley, I see the point of the crosses. That is very true. But you've got one of the best guys to hold up the ball, to bring in other people into the game. He wins his aerial duels, as you say. Why play him? And then Griezmann is so far away from Giroud. Kylian is doing his own thing. At times he's coming back, at other times he's doing other stuff. it's just frustrating, man. It's just frustrating, honestly speaking. Big name players have not really shone, says Umusa. Great final will be Spain and Netherlands. It will be interesting to watch. I want to know that the English are watching. I want to know that the media is watching and all of the, hey, man. That's the only reason why I want England in the final. And if they were to get to the final and lose, they mustn't put Saka on the front pages, that side. Rodrigo Kista, they won't bench him. They'll sacrifice their midfield. So that's what I was thinking. Cruz is gone, right? Cruz is gone. So do you play a single pivot? Here's another one. Says Umpendulo, Rodrigo is a better finisher than Mbappe. Oh, true. Rodrigo is going to Man City, says Bradley. Colgate says, is Kaizer Chiefs going to play versus Young Africans? Yes. Toyota Cup, 28th of July in the Free State, at the Toyota Stadium. That's the game. Mbappe overrated. I don't know if he's overrated. Guys, I honestly feel like it's not a thing of being overrated. I think Mbappe just lacks coaching. He's gotten to the star status where coaches don't coach him. They kind of let him do. At PSG, like I said before, he is the system, you know. In France, he is the system. They just want to give him the ball and you know, give him the ball and make something happen. So when I look at it, honestly speaking, I just think it's a matter of coaching. I think it's a matter of ego, right? So for example, you see this Lamine Yamal, if he's not properly taken through this, if he's not properly like coached up and stuff like that, don't let him go the Mbappe way, you know. But maybe going to Real Madrid and going to go play for a team that's bigger than you might just make him more disciplined again. This is your chance, France. This is your chance, France. Yeah, man. Now they want to catch red cards again. Yeah, one pivot they've been doing it the whole season with Tony. Mbappe said the Euros are more difficult than the World Cup. Even in the last Euros, he struggled. I don't know. They've just been boring to me. They were boring. Yo, the beginning games are boring. Mbappe, got to give it to Rodri and Ruiz in this too. That's what I'm afraid of for Yamal. Hopefully the fame and success doesn't inflate his ego. That's all he has to look out for. Madrid will be like PSG, Abu Messi, and Neymar. Interesting. But I trust my GOAT. For those who don't know, my GOAT is Carlo Ancelotti. My GOAT coach. My GOAT coach is Carlo Ancelotti. I trust that he'll make it work. He's a very flexible guy, and he tends to do the best thing for the club and the players in the club. He's got a player focus. So he's probably going to make it work. We'll see how it's going to plan out. The question will be, will Mbappe be able to turn off the ego? And it's not ego in a bad sense. It's ego in that I've been a star for so long. You know, you guys have been watching me. I'm a star. I decide things. You know, at PSG I was whatever. Can he turn it down at Real Madrid in the frustrating times? When the game's not going well. Yeah, Koneni, boy. Nico, take it to the corner, boy. Hey, my 2000 don't know taking it to the corner. 5 minutes added on. I'm not sure why, but 5 minutes added on. We're 2 minutes into that. Southgate catching strays. Junior says, so Vele France is getting out. Hide Mbappe next time. Real Madrid chat is waiting for you. Madrid got a very good coach, and that one is a genius, not Southgate. I like Carlo. I like his philosophy. Oh, we're no longer pre-recorded, guys. We're no longer pre-recorded. I like his philosophy on coaching. If I get to a team and we need 3 passes to score a goal, we'll play 3 passes. If I get to a team and we need 67 passes to score 1 goal, we'll play all 67 passes. He just does what the team needs, and I love him for that. Unlike a lot of coaches who complain. Ferran Torres and Zubimendi have come on for Nico Williams and Yamal. Consolidation. Park there. Why am I singing it?
Bring the bus, bring the double bus.
You just try to park the bus.
Go there and park the bus.
Park the bus.
Park the bus. Park the bus.
Park the bus in front of the goal.
Park the bus in front of the goal.
Parking always at the goal.
And they left the bus in front of the goal.
That's all they need to do now, or that's what they're trying to do. Score a goal, like guys. Let's see. Oh, tiki-taka time. Oh, tiki-taka time. Oh, tiki-taka time. Oh, tiki-taka time. Yay. Oh, Kunde. I'm going to give Kunde this game. I think Kunde has done well this game, to be honest with you. I think Kunde has done very well. Like, only for Tiki. How many touches has Griezmann made so far? Not enough. Not nearly enough. Isn't this his last season at Real Madrid? Yeah, I believe so. I believe so. But you never know. He's probably going to get called back at some point again when they go through tough times. There's the touch by Griezmann. Happy hour Mampensela. Spain have to activate Jose Mourinho. You? Who, France? You mean France, Bradley? Do you think France need to bring in Mourinho? Yo. I wonder if Mourinho... Ghana is in Turkey now. I wonder if he'd take a national team job. Ah, shame. The French are going home. Kunde is my Mudao. He's been solid in the tournament. Ah, Musa. There's been times the Kunde has been a freeway. There's been times the Kunde has been a freeway. It's done. It's done. Oh, Mararef. Koneni, boy, koneni. There we go. Final score. Spain has beaten France and they're through to the final. The first of the finalists. You can't deny that Spain has had a very good tournament. Okay, guys, as usual, I can't stay long after these games, so I'm going to ask you guys to please let me get 1 or 2 people. Request that. Let me open it and then we can request quickly. 1 or 2 guys just to give me a quick summary before I leave. Guys, please follow. We're going to be back here tomorrow at 9 o'clock as well to watch the Netherlands versus England game. So if you have not followed, please follow. If you have not subscribed, those watching on YouTube, subscribe, man, subscribe. Mbappe goes home. Mbappe goes home. What does Josiero mean, Avis? What does Josiero mean? Josiero bien. What does that mean? Z says, can this happen to England also? How many games did you sit out for a red card? I think Carvajal should be back for the next game. I think they're going to make when do they scrub them? Do they scrub them semis? I think the semis is where they scrub them, don't they? Or is it when the knockouts start? But anyway, guys, what a game. Spain, well done. Came from behind, 2-1 up, knocked out the French. The French, to be honest with you, hasn't really played. They came here. We had the same problems we saw during the group stages and in the other rounds of the knockouts where they don't they don't have a style of attack. We don't know how they score goals, right? We don't know. It's just a bunch of names on the pitch that are expected to all pull miracles. So they were bound to lose to the team that's actually got a system. Bar for bar, Spain has played the best football in the Euros, bar for bar. I don't think there's been another team that has played such good football, has actually gone out and scored goals. They've been a threat on all places. Oh, Jesus Navas. Well done to Spain, guys. So I'm going to love you guys and leave you. I need to go. Thank you guys so much for joining me. We go again at 9 o'clock. Also, I have content dropping every day. So please support. And also subscribe there on YouTube. There is a WhatsApp group where an official Overthinking Football WhatsApp group where we go back and forth a lot. There's a lot of people on there that are incredible. If you want to join that WhatsApp group, if you're on YouTube, click on join. And in the members area, there's a link to the WhatsApp group. If you're on TikTok, there's a link on my profile. Guys, I'll see you then tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Bye, guys.